another video. Today we're going to be getting into possibly some One Piece. It's your boy XSV and
Unknown.
Unknown. That's right. We're probably going to be talking about One Piece today. Of course, we can see in his background he's rocking that Luffy gear.
Yeah, but
Gear nothing. I'm just going to throw it out there. Gear
year
nothing to
five, year five.
nothing. All right. Just remember the real dynamic duo behind me. It started with them. If it wasn't for Dragon Ball, there would have been no One Piece, of course. And of course, all respect and just want to say, we heard about the creator of Dragon Ball
Yeah,
passing and everything. Just want to give our condolence to him and his family. Um, well, basically his family and just overall all the people that have been impacted by his mangas and definitely Dragon Ball, of course,
I'm
so
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure all of us were
everybody's
touched.
sad about it. But we know that his story will live on. We just want to say thank you to Akiri Toriyama. I say his last name bad. I'm terrible with names, but you know what I mean. But let's move on. Let's get on with today's what if. So, what's it gonna be?
Today, what if Monkey D. Luffy joined the Marines instead of becoming a pirate?
Plot twist. Just gonna say that
Yeah,
plot.
yeah, yeah. So think about it. He grandpa Garp was a vice a Marine, so I'm pretty sure he wanted Monkey D. Luffy to be a Marine, same as him,
But
and not follow
we all
his
know that
dad.
Luffy was really close with Ace, his brother.
Exactly, he was close with the ace. But what happened if he didn't find fun to be a pirate? Instead, he just wanted to be like his grandpa, and he joined the Marines.
I'd say there'd be a clash among the families. You know that, right?
I
Definitely
know,
among the
I know,
brothers.
I know,
Definitely
but
among the brothers.
yeah, definitely. But there's some Marines that actually have pirate friends.
Mm, mm. But I don't know. Him being an admiral and definitely being part of the Marines, he would probably really want to set that example and be that
Yeah.
leading example. So he would literally have to go after Ace. He would not have his crew. He would not have his straw hat crew.
Well,
So
I I
those
think
people would
he
still
will.
probably most likely be still wanted. It's just that they probably wouldn't be hard to get.
Well, I think that he will still manage to get most of the crew that he has right now, but it wouldn't be like the same. He will instead use his power as a marine to try to convince them to join him
I
into
could
his
see
crew.
that. I could see that. And then also too, like his uh his ability or even thought process of even thinking about that buried treasure would be out of existence because it would not be a part of his MO. His MO would be, to catch those who are wanted, bring them in, you know, and not just that, but also him obtaining gear 5 as an admiral. Oh my word.
Yeah, he will
Needless
be
to say,
actually
oh my
trained.
word, it would be pretty tough against his
He will
opponent.
actually be trained. He will actually be trained by admirals to actually reach that potential because they know that he can unlock it.
Now, is this after eating that special fruit, or is this before he ate the special fruit?
The Gongon fruit,
Mhm.
it's after he ate it.
So it'd be after he ate it, then he's in there, he's getting this training from one of the elite admirals, be one of these great fighters, and not just that, but combat strategists, because
Exactly.
they're all about learning about combat strategies, and just overall tactics as well. So being very keyed in combat, basically.
Yeah, but I think Monkey D. Luffy personality wouldn't change a lot. He would just have a different approach to things.
Well, he wouldn't be so reckless. He's almost like his recklessness is almost similar to, like, let's say Goku, right?
Exactly.
it's almost like that's why I say One Piece is like they modeled everything from Dragon Ball, of course, but that's a different rabbit hole, of course.
Yep,
But I
yep.
just wanted to throw that in there that he wouldn't be so reckless and so unaware of things. He would be more keyed on things, basically what you're saying,
Yes,
making sure
exactly that.
that things get done. Definitely with training, his fighting style would be much more tuned in. Let's, another Dragon Ball reference, it would be something similar to Vegeta's type of combat, like where he's strategist, tactical, everything, as to where Goku was just like, I'm just gonna just see how this plays out, right? And then
Yep,
just
yep,
go
yep.
ham when I need to go ham, as to like him having his guard up. So Luffy would always have his guard up. That would be interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, because when remember when he met Zoro at Shield Island. He got arrested by Captain Morgan. So
Mm-hmm.
I think if by chance, let's say by chance, that Luffy was in Shield Island by being in the Marine, uh, I think he will manage to find Zoro. He will ask what happened to him, what he did, and after all the silliness that happened in there, I think he will actually take Zoro under him, even though Zoro will at first say no because he been wanted. But I think Luffy will actually reach him and actually change his mind and become a Marine himself.
Mm-hmm. Probably tell him, hey,
And
you can
under
come with.
only under Luffy. Other than
Yeah,
that, he will
I
not
think I
join.
think there's that understanding, like, hey, like I know you're a good fighter. I'm a great fighter. I can make you a better fighter. I could take this the wanted being wanted over. I can get rid of these crimes that you have. I'm an admiral. I can make all that vanish if you would just join me. You would be a great asset to my team. You know.
Exactly,
And then
exactly,
there's him explaining there's a lot of these perks you can have. You can command your own little, he can give him his own command as well. You know, um, I could see that happen, and that would be still a powerhouse force between the two, of course.
exactly, exactly. Those
Them.
two will actually manage to get like higher levels.
I mean, most of the people get caught like Frankie. They would catch Frankie easy. Doesn't matter how strong he gets. Doesn't matter if he takes his shirt off and goes straight speedo, right? It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? They're right there gonna hand him his ticket of an L and just like, yo, it's time to go, right?
Yep, 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 yep. Also
Now
with
Ace is
Nami,
going to be a different situation just because he knows he's going to have to after his brother, right? And my question would be, them fighting. Do you think that that Ace even has a chance against Luffy, even at Gear 5, let's say?
well, if Luffy was well trained, he will manage to put a fight with it. But I don't think he will actually defeat him at all.
So you're saying Ace won't win against Luffy?
No, Ace will actually manage to defeat Luffy if he doesn't get any gears.
Well, I
Like,
can see that if he doesn't get any years, yes.
yeah, but if
But
he managed to
let's
unlock,
say his intense training and all that stuff, he does gain Gear 5. He's Gear 5, and now he's the world's most feared admiral of the seas. So every bad reputation pirate out there that's very popular is afraid of him because what he's capable of doing.
yep, yep,
So
that
Ace is like, okay, he's part of the Whitebeard clan, I would say clan, but part of the Whitebeard's crew. And him hearing that Luffy is an admiral now and this and that, now it's probably something running in his mind like, okay, what did I do wrong? Or, he's gonna be coming for me and he's my brother. But the question is he really gonna come after me and take me in or kill me? Or do I lay down and let him take me,
well, if he managed to get Gear 5, I think Luffy will win hands down against Ace. But I don't think he will kill him or arrest him. He will just have a battle between friends
Just beat the
because
dog snot off him and be like, all right, you took your L. You can go on, let
exactly.
somebody else deal with you.
Exactly. Like I told you, Marines also have pirate friends, so
Mm-hmm.
it will be possible for Ace and Luffy to be friends, but in front of the law, they don't know each other.
So I could see like a mutual ground there. Like, hey, that's my brother. He is an admiral. Um, he beat me. I took that L, but respect. I see him for who he is.
Yes.
But let's say we're going off if we're going off based off of what if it came down to Ace is like, yo, I'm not going in. You're gonna have to either kill me or whatever. And then they're fighting. They have, and during the battle, he has this thought of like, I'm here to make sure that my family is protected because Luffy isn't his only brother. We know that Luffy isn't his only brother. He has another brother.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there thinking like, I got to do what's right for my what I have left for my family. So going off base, like, hey, he's going to be turned into this Van Diesel, family from Fast and the Furious. It's all about family. So like, what if it came down to where Ace just lets him win, because out of the respect, and it's like, hey, that's my brother, you know, at some point in
Mm.
time he chose to go this route. At one point in time he did look up to me, but he saw that this part and this would be better for his life, and I approve of it being that. So I'm going to go ahead and lose on purpose, right?
I don't
Just
think
because he's
it will
family.
do on purpose. I think he will actually try
Sometimes you
to.
sacrifice things for family, you know what I mean? Even it means to lose something, right?
Yeah, but I think he will actually pull a five at first, but then knowing that he has year five, that's it. It's over.
You never know because we're going based off what ifs.
That is true. That is true.
What if
That
Luffy's
is
pulling his punches back because he's like, that's my brother there, but I still have to take him in. You know what I mean? I have to still
yeah,
bring him in. I have to arrest him. I have to bring him in. So instead of going, full ham on him and, hand him that L, you know what I mean? I'm just going to hold my punches back a little bit, you know?
that is true. That
That's
is
a
true.
good, that goes to show some sense of maturity into it instead of just being his normal self reckless, you know?
Yeah, I think he will be more mature and making his choices.
So eventually Ace gets caught, then he dies while being captured because he dies. He has to die somewhere, right? So in that
Yeah,
storyline, he dies in that type of what if. What I mean is he ends up dying in captivity with the Marines.
damn, the Luffy going to take
It's
the marine down.
you don't know. It's a what if, or what if he decides to say, hey, you know what I mean? What if I bring my brother, right? What if I try my best to convince him to join
To
me?
join.
To join.
Exactly. Exactly. What happened if he Ace actually joins Luffy?
Yeah. I mean, the
Instead of
whole the
fighting
whole
him, joining
the
him.
whole I'm pretty sure the manga and the whole anime would be totally something different. You will have a new type of Straw Hat crew
Yep.
out there, and they probably won't be called Straw Hats. They'll probably be called something else out there doing the same thing Luffy did, causing all this trouble and havoc. You know what I mean? Searching for this
The
great
One Piece.
treasure, you know, and Luffy's trying to catch them and he's having trouble, until the point
Yep.
where they have nowhere to run in the face Luffy. Now Luffy's gear five, and this other person that's supposed to be this captain of this new crew is fighting Luffy.
Exactly. Exactly.
It could
Exactly.
I forget the little deer looking dude. It could be him. He
Chopper?
could be, huh?
Chopper? Chopper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He could probably be the new captain of that new straw hat crew, you know what I
Well,
mean? And having this
I
incredible
think
ability.
he'll manage to get a few of the of the crew. Like he will actually get Zoro. He will get Nami. I'm not sure about Usopp, but he might get Usopp, and he might get also Sanji and Chopper.
It's a possibility, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because he will still go against to fight the pirate Boggy.
hmm
So that's where Nami is, and she's stealing all the treasure
Well,
from
yeah,
there.
she's stealing everything. She was stealing stuff from Luffy from originally and just being this
Exactly.
this this uh cat burglar,
So
basically.
think about it. He she actually meets Luffy by walking next to him. She steals something from Luffy, but then Luffy realized that she's really good at stealing stuff.
Hmm. And she
So
didn't
she
really want to be a part of his crew or anything from the start.
exactly,
He had to
exactly.
literally convince her and show her, you know what I mean? It just happened to play out. Which we know we all from the anime and everything that was going to play out. She was going to be a part of his crew, you know. My question is, would she be a part of his crew as being like a part of the Marines or the Navy or something?
Ooh, that's a real question.
I
That's
mean,
a real
because
question.
if you think about it, if he's recruiting somebody from his crew, you know, like, hey, yeah, I know you were here. I got this, I got that. You know what I mean? You join me, you know, you could have this, pan your own thing. And what if he just like, nah, me, like, I'll give you whatever you want. You don't have to steal anymore. You know what I mean? I can use you for this, you know, as a spy. Cause she'll be great as a spy. Don't get me wrong. She'd be good as a spy.
Right. Well, right now in her crew, she is the navigator.
Well, she can navigate on being a spy.
Oh my god.
You know,
And
what
that
if
could
she
be
no
cool.
longer wants to be a nav? And what if she didn't want to be a navigator and she really wanted to be a spy? Because that's better because that would be more of her type of line of work. I mean, she's able to steal stuff from people and she's able to manipulate her way around people, right? That's
Yeah.
that's like a spy right there in my book.
Yeah. And I think he will still get Sanji because he's with Zoro. So knowing Zoro, he knows a friend and they point him out at the floating oasis where
So damn, he's
Sanji
already
had
got two right there.
exactly, exactly. So he slowly managed to get them all back, but not all of them, but some of them in the right places with by being a captain of the Marines.
And those who are really diehard, we hate the Marines, we hate the Navy, we don't want nothing to do with them. Those are going to be the guys that aren't gonna that Luffy isn't going to want because he's not going to see them as a beneficial. There, he's going to see them as sabotagists.
Well, some of them, some of his crew actually don't like Marines, but to be honest, what did he manage to change them? Why did he manage to change their mind about it? Because the
I
way
don't
he is.
know. I don't know with this with this way of thinking how Luffy is as an admiral. I'm thinking Luffy's looking at ways to better his command basically or his ranks makes his ranks better,
Yep.
right? So he's not going to want to take these weak links in and be like, yo, this is because he's thinking as an admiral, he's like everything that I'm going to do it as like it's almost like chess. You know, I'm not gonna care for the smaller pawns, right? I'm gonna go for the bigger pieces, the bigger ones, right? The ones that can actually do more damage. So I
Yeah.
think I think Luffy wouldn't care for the smaller guys, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're right. He might not care about some of the smaller guys, but I think he will manage to get everybody almost in their side because the way he is, he will not be like a really mean marine. He will be actually a kind marine, the kind of pirate he wants to be. But instead of being a pirate, he's a marine because
But it also
everybody in One
depends
Piece
on
hates pirates.
who it also depends on who he's trained from. If he was
Exactly,
trained if he was trained by an elite admiral that's he's just zero tolerance and he doesn't care for anything and just very strict and mean, like how do you think his mindset would be? Very strict and mean.
yep,
Like
yep.
seriously, like he ain't playing games. Like when I show up, this better be done. If it's not done, someone's gonna pay for it.
Exactly, exactly. That makes a lot of sense.
You know, he's being the top franchise hero of the Marines. So he's like billboard all over the place. All the favorite pirates and everything, they all hate Luffy. They don't want nothing to do with Luffy, but they're all running from him because his ability to defeat them and capture them,
Yeah,
whether
I
it may
think
be dead or alive.
yeah, I think the most epic fight will be one Luffy against Shanks because that
Shanks.
was like his father.
Actually, that would be
Yeah,
a good fight. Yeah, that would be an interesting fight because some people are saying that Luffy probably wouldn't win as Gear 5, depending on the outcome and how the fight
exactly,
goes. Um,
exactly.
And that would probably, I think that would be something that Luffy, if Luffy was really going after him, Luffy would probably save him probably for last,
Most
because he
probably.
probably would know that as a strategist, that would probably be the best option instead of trying to take him head on first, because then it may not work out in Luffy's favor. He may lose.
Yep. 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 Yep.
You know, there's a good possibility that he's going to lose to Shanks, or Shanks can lose to him. I mean, it's vice versa. It depends on
It
who
can
does
go both
what.
ways.
You know, I just think that it would be interesting, that you would see something, uh, a different type of trump card, let's say from Shanks, like nobody's ever seen before. That's just
Oh,
it's OP, overpowered. That he's never used it because he didn't even need to use it, right?
exactly. Oh my God, can you imagine?
And then he's fighting with Luffy, and Luffy's gear 5, and he's like, all right, I gotta bring out, I gotta lay all the cards out on the table. He's like, yo, this is gonna be the end right here. This is gonna be this one move that's gonna take care of Luffy, and it's gonna put Luffy out for the count.
Bam.
It's crazy
It is crazy.
if you think about it. I don't know. I mean, it could be anything.
What could it be though? Because almost when he's in year 5, almost nothing can damage him. Remember, he turns like almost into a cartoon.
Well, he ain't Ultra Instinct. I know you. I know that.
Que
He ain't gonna block
loca.
every hit. He's going to get hit. You know I'm right. So he's not Ultra Instinct.
You're right. You're right.
He's going to take a hit. Don't get me wrong, he's going to get hit, but it may not affect him as it would if he wasn't gear 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
And it doesn't matter how far his arms legs stretch or whatever, right? He's going to take a hit somewhere, even if it means he loses an arm or a leg in the battle, or
Well,
even in the fight.
he uses year 5, have you seen the part where he gets old and wrinkly?
Yeah, he
It
gets he
takes a
gets
lot
really he looks like he got he's like his whole life soul or whatever got sucked out of his body, and he's like a raisin.
yeah, so year 5 can also be used only for special occasions because he used them like really a lot. He will actually be almost dying.
No, it's no. Well, see what I mean? It's no different than Ultra Instinct. It takes a body. It takes a toll on your body. It can literally severely kill you if your body can't handle it. We
That
know
is true.
that from the anime and all that stuff, the manga. Like it straight destroys Goku from the inside, right? That's no different than Gear 5. I'm like, yo, that's just you're just piggybacking off of my boys over here. You know what I mean? Like my boys knows what they doing.
Oh my God.
But I could see some toughness in there. Like, if it comes down to that, like that being like he's got a tough outer shell of a body. It could
Exactly.
withstand pretty much a lot of damage.
He will actually withstand a lot of damage.
Of
Like a
course.
lot of damage. He's rubber, especially in Gear 5. You can punch him, he barely feels it, even though
hmm
you feel like gum.
So it's like old man power. He just
Oh, man.
engaged the old man power, and now like he can't be hurt in any way. I'm not wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty right with that. I mean, if those who are watching this video, if we're wrong in any way, just remember this is a what if. This is what our understanding and our thoughts on it and what we know. If we're wrong, go ahead and just hit up the comments. Let us know if we're
maybe
wrong.
maybe we're just crazy. We don't
Maybe
even
we're
know what
just
we're
crazy. We
talking
don't know what
about.
we're talking about. But hey, you know what I mean? I'm not much of a big One Piece fan. I'm telling you that right now. I'm more of a Dragon Ball fan. But this is just it's a new realm of trying to understand the what is. I mean, if it's Dragon Ball, I can break it down full detail for you. Um, and I've watched a lot of One Piece anime, but I don't like One Piece. Just throwing it out there. But we're
Oh,
gonna do
damn.
videos on all the other kind of we're gonna do videos on all kinds of different animes. All right. And I do like a lot of other animes. One Piece is just not that one. It's not for me. It's not for me. And if somebody asked me what was one of the animes I don't like, it would be One Piece. I would not say Dragon Ball because we all know that it all originates and it comes from Dragon Ball. We all know that. Anybody says I'm wrong, well, then prove me wrong, okay? Because Dragon Ball talked about a story about these pirates looking for treasure out in the sea, right? This was between Master Roshi, Krillin, and them sitting at his house, and he's like, "Oh, remember that story you were telling us about those pirates trying to find this big buried treasure? Remember that came from Dragon Ball. Remember, if it wasn't for Dragon Ball, there would be no One Piece. I'm just saying.
It was
Just
a
saying."
reference. It was a reference.
But a reference, yes, but the rabbit hole, of course. Um, but I just think that they stole Gear 5 from UI Goku, of course. They needed that hype, but we all know that Goku broke the internet for a long time compared to Luffy, of course.
Damn. Yeah,
So
estaba
yeah,
todo punches.
I'm straight demolishing One Piece. Nah, no, but all all fun and games, but all the realness. I think there it would be tough. It would be a tough battle for a lot of the pirates against Luffy. Luffy is coming in strong. They're gonna really have to do everything to invade him because he's not giving up. We know he
They
doesn't
might
give
do an
up.
alliance. They might do an alliance just to take Luffy down.
They may join an alliance to defeat him. And I'm thinking he's probably sitting there thinking, like, yo, it doesn't matter how many crews there are in an alliance, you're all going down.
Damn.
Because
Yeah.
I think he's going with the mindset of, hey, if I cut the head of the snake, the rest dies. Right. So he's taking the head leader of this alliance and he's like, I'm going for him, whatever it may be Shanks. If it's Shanks, then it's be like, yo, I'm going for him. This is gonna be a one hit win deal situation, right?
Yeah.
And if he's part of this alliance and he's the head, let's say the head councilman or whatever of this alliance, right? And Luffy takes him out, by circumstances takes him out. Now all these other people, they're either fleeing and getting away from him and staying away from him, or they're all saying we're no longer becoming pirates. We're all going to just be regular people and we're going to go our own separate ways.
But remember, Luffy can be defeated with ocean water.
So you just spray him with a water hose. Just spray him with a water hose. He's done. That's just crazy. You can do all this stuff and then have water that really puts a burden on you. Yeah, spray bottle. But yeah, so that's our what if. If you guys have any questions, just hit up the comments. Let us know if you guys have any what ifs. Do you want us to discuss about whether it may be Dragon Ball, One Piece, or any other animes? Let us know. And we have no problem answering questions. And if we're just crazy, let us know we're crazy. We appreciate you watching this. Hopefully that we can talk about One Punch Man in the next video. I got
Oh,
some
wow.
what ifs for One Punch Man for sure. Indeed. It's going to be real, be honest with you. And of course, I'm not forgetting we are going to have a what if on Krillin, my boy Krillin. That's right. So we
This is
appreciate you watching it. We'll catch you
the
guys
second time
later.
you announce it.
Yep.